So Spotify is changing the game again. For most of you recording artists out there, you probably already heard this, but Spotify is changing their payment structure to crack down on scammers and fake streams. I guess this is great if you're one of the big three labels, but it really sucks for everybody else. And I don't want to go on about it because there's a lot of information about this online, but pretty much I'm not going to get paid for any streams unless I hit a certain criteria, and I don't get paid quarterly. Now I'm getting paid annually.
You got paid?
The bottom line is that artists should always get paid for their work. You know, creatives, whatever you do, you know, and it's an uphill struggle when you're creative for people to kind of nickel and dime you any way they can because they're like, oh, you're not super popular.
I'm what's hip. I'm what's happening. I'm blowing up right now.
The pennies we make on streams shouldn't dictate your worth or your value, especially to your audience, your fans, and the people who really support you. Now, I know certain artists who have left streaming behind. Shout out to y'all. Personally, I'm not leaving streaming behind because I still like the accessibility, but I'm de-incentivizing streaming in general.
What?
Like, it'll be there, but you ain't gonna see me like saying, yo, go to this streaming site or that streaming page and follow me. And it's like, it's not really worth it because I'm not fighting for, pennies.
Hey, come here, look at me. Hey, look at me. What'd I say? No.
My next album, exclusively on Bandcamp. I have spent a lot of time working on this next project, and I'm really looking forward to sharing it with everybody. It's about 95% done. But yeah, I want to go back to basics. Remember when you used to go to the movies and you'd see a movie and you'd be like, oh man, I can't wait for this movie to come out.
So you've gone insane. That's fun.
And no spoilers, don't tell anybody. And then, eventually, back in the day, it was like the dollar theater, and then like eventually it would be like at the movie rental place, and eventually it would be on like HBO or Showtime or Skinamax. Then eventually it's on like cable with like commercials, and then it's on a marathon on like network TV. Well, somewhere in between, that's what streaming became. And we already fighting for royalties. Just don't let the streaming companies dictate your value or your worth. You should give the music to people to experience it, but it really should be one of those things where exclusively the project came out, let the artists get their coin, support as much as you can, and eventually we might put it on streaming.
And we give it back to you, the people.
Most of my heroes, there was no streaming. They had to sell records, they had to sell CDs, they had to actually sell out shows, so I'm going back to that. Anyway, what are you guys thinking? What are your thoughts? Share, comment, like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Have a conversation, especially my artist friends. What are you guys thinking about the new price structure and also promoting to your fans? So let me know in the comments.